Now I want to talk about a particular instance of when I had to de-stress before a gig because of equipment failure. I'm not kidding you, right after I re-recorded the section on how to de-stress before a gig, I had the most trying and stressful thing happen to me right before a wedding I did. To give you some background, I just updated my MacBook Pro to the El Capitan operating system 2 weeks before. I installed it at a time when I didn't have a ton of stuff going on, so that I had some time to play around with it and make sure everything worked okay. The new system was working fine. Virtual DJ pulled up no problem. That weekend, I DJ'd a family reunion at a private estate. When I hooked my DJ controller into my computer with the USB cable, I started getting a pulsating signal in channel 1, even though I didn't have a song playing anywhere. Thinking it was strange, and that it was most likely because I just updated my Mac, I unplugged the USB cable and plugged it back in. The pulsating went away, and I didn't have any problems for the rest of the gig. Now fast forward a week. It came time to DJ a wedding at a venue very close to where I live. I got to the venue 2.5 hours before music was supposed to start, which is usually plenty of time to set up. This wedding had 120 people at it, and I was providing sound for the ceremony and reception. I was a one-man show, and the ceremony site was outside and about a football field away from the reception area. I set up my reception equipment first because it takes a lot more time than my ceremony setup, and more can go wrong with it. I provided 2 main speakers, an 18-inch sub, my Numark NS7 II DJ controller, 4 dance floor lights on a tree stand, a wireless mic, my DJ mic on a mic stand, 16 wireless uplights all around the room, and a black table skirt for my DJ table. After I set everything up for the reception, the bride and her bridesmaids were close by taking pictures. I was wanting to throw some music on for them, get them pumped up, and maybe do a sound check all at the same time. I plug in the USB cable from my DJ controller to my Mac, and right after I noticed the same pulsating signal coming from channel 1 that occurred at my last gig. I tried to move and press a few buttons to see if it would fix the problem, but the pulse wouldn't go away. As I'm trying different things, my computer all of a sudden goes to a white screen with a message, "There's been an error, your computer needs to restart." Okay, no big deal, maybe that'll fix the problem. So the computer restarts, and right away I'm getting the pulsating signal from channel 1 again. After a few minutes, the mouse and keyboard stop working on the computer, and I get the dreaded screen again. "There's been an error, your computer needs to restart." I start thinking, oh crap, my computer's in a never-ending loop of death. I didn't freak out too much though, because the problem only occurred when I had the USB cable plugged in, so I knew it was coming directly from my DJ controller. What to do? Well, after a ton of trial and error, about 6 computer restarts, and 30 minutes later, the problem didn't go away and I was running very short on time. I had to start setting up for the ceremony, or else guests were going to start arriving while I'm trying to set up. I decided to leave the reception area and take a breather for a moment while I set the ceremony system up.